Morning everyone. So we got our first one in. It's an Audi A3 with the terrible Audi Plus system. It has fascia kit to swap, Pioneer to go in, steering controls are going to be kept, microphone in the center, digital aerial over there, USB in the glove box. All systems go. Get rid of this thing. See you in a bit.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Right everybody, Audi's done. We've got USB in the glove box. We have, what am I sat on? I was cable. New stereo, working with the steering wheel controls. Microphone up there in the middle. DAB aerial over there. Ignition is on. Yes, we know. There we go. Right. Let's set up the date and time. System settings, language, date and time. Yes, please. It is the 12th, 2nd, 22, and it is 10:01, which means you boys have got precisely 2 days till Valentine's Day. So make sure you've got your wifey something, or girlfriend, whichever way you roll. Display settings, illumination, let's go red, wallpaper, let's go that one, apply, done, there we go, sorted. And this one is finished. Right, we're done for today everyone. Gonna go home, get showered and changed, ready for tonight. A nice chill day for a Saturday. Had a couple of jobs move because they couldn't make it in. Chilly today, temperatures dropped. So yeah, the reason I don't like this thing, there's a couple of reasons. One, driving position. This annoys the crap out of me. I've got nowhere to put my leg, and it rests on the gear knob, and the gear knob vibrates the end of my kneecap, which is just really frustrating. You got to be like, you know, my seat's quite far back and this is not a nice driving position. This vehicle is permanent two-wheel drive. It's rear-wheel drive all the time, selectable four-wheel drive with the high and low box. But the problem you've got is it doesn't like non-slip surfaces. So rather than having a four-wheel drive system all the time, this is permanent rear-wheel drive, and if you want to and you're stuck, you can then select four-wheel drive, which is fair enough. But when it comes to grip, you don't want a big 4x4 doing that, which is not good. The gauges and stuff like that, I don't mind this, but as for everything else, it's all hidden. So I can see my heater controls, I can't really see these, I can see that, I can't see them. It's a long sausage of a vehicle, which it fills me with dread when the weather's like this, because it's really not nice to kind of drive. You feel like you're piloting a bit of a missile. Like, it has the ability to go wrong real quick, whereas the Land Cruiser always felt sure-footed. Even though it was a big vehicle, it went quick, it stopped quick. It did everything it needed to do, and I think I bought the Land Cruiser and was a bit spoilt by it. But if you buy a 4x4, you buy this and think, okay, this is how 4x4s are supposed to be, and they're not, because then you own a Land Cruiser and it completely shows you differently. They make such good expedition vehicles. That's why I think all of these people that do like the Polar Challenges and, you know, even terrorists, they all use Toyotas because they know they're good vehicles. I'm not a fan of the Mitsubishi. I bought it as a cheap alternative at the time. It was just a stopgap, but having the Land Cruiser has really made me appreciate what a awesome vehicle it is, and how bad this thing is. I don't know, it's not built well. It drives horrible, it accelerates horrible. I don't like the fact that the engine is so clacky. It sounds like a diesel, even though we've got low mileage. So this thing's only done 88,000, and actually I think my Land Cruiser that had 160,000 was better than this. Fit and finisher stuff, even things like the little plastic panels, the little gaps, everything's kind of showing its age. Even like the door catches and things like that. Now you could argue that, all right, you know, everyone's putting their hand in there and it's getting scratched by rings and stuff like that, but it's, you know, even things like the fake wood, and I don't know, it's trying to be posh and it's really not posh, and it's disappointing really. And you get that undulating feel when you're driving it, like when it does bumps. It's a big heavy bus of a vehicle, and it's like you feel the weight of the car. It's all right, mate, don't worry about me, I'm just, you know, I'm nobody, it's fine. I'll just wait for you to just lose the back end of your Focus. Yeah, you do feel the weight of the vehicle in this thing, like turning, acceleration, braking. It dives, if you know what I mean. Like, it dives into a corner, dives forward, dives back. You do feel like you're on a bit of a weeble, on a bit of a, you know, a spinning top. And I certainly miss the Land Cruiser, so we've got to go for another one, because this is not, it's not what I want to drive, it's not what I want to tow with. It's, you know, it struggled the other day pulling a car out of a car in a car park. I'd driven into it like almost like a storm drain, like a gully, and got stuck. And it wasn't like the Land Cruiser would have towed an Arctic like it was a piece of cheese, where this thing kind of struggled to move a Ford Focus back 6 foot. They are night and day vehicles, and unless you've had both of them and you can compare, you'd realise what a vehicle the Land Cruiser is, and this is not it. I need another Toyota in my life, so that's why I've got to get rid of it, unfortunately. As a stopgap and as a cheap vehicle, yeah, maybe it'll work for people, but I love the fact of having a four-wheel drive system. A manual is no good, you need an automatic. You burn out your clutch all the time doing tugs and, you know, driving and stopping and starting, and it just, I don't know, it just doesn't do it for me. Like that noise, that it's really yeah, not good, really not good. We need a different vehicle. That's why I don't like this.
Early the next morning.
Morning everyone. It's Monday morning. The weekend feels like it's just blinked and gone. We're super busy. Obviously went to Cafe in the Machine with John, had a little wander around. At the end of the breakfast thing, I will put the video in. We didn't film too much. It was more like get there, wander around, have a look at stuff. The weather was bad, but we wanted to get out in the cars anyway. So flew on up there with the cheers, dude. Flew on up there with the Lotus. I took it in the end. We didn't put the skis on the roof just because the weather was so bad. It was really windy and horrible, and I thought, you know what, it's just an extra thing. I don't want to worry about something coming off, damaging the car. So we didn't bother with that, but just went and ate pizza, nachos, had a beer, talked, looked at cars. It was like an Audi performance day. So there was loads of, well, they called it like a winter beater thing, so it was all the kind of quattros and stuff like that. But there was some other stuff up there. There was a Porsche I remember seeing. There's an MX-5. There was, yeah, there's other stuff, not just Audis, but it was predominantly Audis everywhere. Lots of quattros, some nice ones up there as well, some really tidy old ones, which was lovely to see. So I've got to get this down to the repair shop today. This is going in for paint, get the damage fixed on the back. Hoping they do a good job. Then I'll be going to work in the Segway after I've got my breakfast. And what else are we doing today? We've got a Fiat 500 in. This afternoon I've got to take Faith, my eldest, to the dentist. So I doubt we'll be doing any other filming apart from that. So I might spread it onto a 2D video. I don't know. It depends what and how I've managed to capture the caffeine machine stuff. We'll see how long that takes. I may split it up, but whatever. But yeah, so we got a bit of filming this morning, and then dentist this afternoon. So you'll expect a full day tomorrow for Snap on Tuesday as normal, but today may be a little bit on and off. So I'm going to get this thing dropped off for repair. I'll get myself some breakfast, and I will come back to you and have a chat in a bit. Happy Monday, my dudes. Morning everyone. You got to love customers. Guy books himself in, knows how busy I am, then doesn't come in. I've messaged him, asked him where he is. No reply. What do you do? Anyway, we're going to crack on with the sub box. So I've marked up, everything's dry. I've marked up where my sub holes are going to be, so we're going to put some inserts into the wood so that it's a bit more permanent than screws. We've got obviously our vented enclosure with our bracing inside and our port. I've got the front basically to finish, the beauty panels, so we'll get the sub mounts drilled first, so that's all done, and then we'll look at a front plate, and then we'll do some beauty work. I'm going to get myself some batteries on charge, I think. Let me remove these. I have 4 just in case, so luckily we can swap from 1 to 1. Right, that's 1 on charge. Cool. Okay, so yes, we've mounted the subs, marked out where our holes are going to be, so we're going to get some inserts ready to go in here so the subs are mounted permanently. I've got to finish up some edging, so a little bit of sort of outside work. I've just kind of gone round where the brad nail gun has gone and just chased every single sort of nail, if you will, just made sure they're all smoothed in, tapped in with a hammer. We've got to sand down the edges, just smooth up some of these imperfections just so it's nice and flat. We're not far off, but you know, there's always room for improvement. And then we can start making a face, doing some beauty work on here. What I think I'm going to do is have some kind of nice little partition here, a Kicker logo at the top, some mesh in the middle, and we're going to light the inside of this and light the outside of the box, so it's kind of like a dual thing, which will look quite nice. So I'm going to crack on with this. I'll come back to you in a bit. See you soon.
Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need, what you need. We're broken, it's tragic, we're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic, believe you could have it.
Right, everyone. Having a productive day. So we've got the start of our press grill. This will all be, you know, painted and covered. I'm going to do another bit there, another bit there, another bit there, and another bit there, so it's all even, matching. And then obviously we're going to do a front for this, so it kind of ties it all together. But it gives it some, rather than just being a flat box with two subs in it, it kind of gives it a little bit of depth, a little bit of, you know, difference, shall we say. A few more contours, different levels, different looks, and then obviously we can backlight all of this so we can paint the inside of I swear to God, this battery is going to be the death of me. Yeah, so we can paint the inside one colour and obviously have a little bit of, you know, angles and stuff and shading and colouring. So we'll go one colour inside, and then this will be a colour, this will be a colour, this will be a colour, that'll be a colour, that'll be a colour, and then we can backlight it with LEDs as well, so we've got, like, you know, different bits and bobs in there, so it all looks nice and cool. But we're coming on, looking good. We've got to finish the edging here, obviously trim the box in a black cloth, and then we'll have this front different, and then obviously the LEDs in there. But while the subs are out, I can run all the power through the box, so we've got a connection for speaker sound and power out the back, and yeah, crack on. So two more little edges, and then yeah, keep going. So see you in a bit. Evening, everyone. So we're just getting ready for the end of play on Monday. Just fixed a Peugeot 3008 for a customer quickly. So here we are, look, we're doing some little pressed bits out of mesh. Obviously this will give the opinion more depth, you know, when you've got cut wood, routed wood. This will be painted, and then you've got a pressed section which sits in the cutouts underneath. So you've got your little meshed cup that adds a bit of dimension to the job, just some more angles and stuff, and then obviously that will sit in there with some glue, and we'll trim around the edges of this, and then that will sit on top of there. I'm just playing with the idea of this. Do we do a flat one, or do we do a raised one? Probably a raised one might look quite nice, bring everything up a little bit. But we started the cutouts on the whole piece. Obviously under here we've got our segments for our mesh and our trimming, whichever way we go colouring wise. I was planning to do a bit more to get the edges ready to go, but unfortunately that Peugeot turned up as a bit of a rush job, so we had to excuse me, had to stop and get that done. So obviously this is going to sit in here, something like this, and then we'll do something around the side here and the top, and something around the side there, just so it's got a bit of, you know, a bit of depth in here as well as just the box itself, and then a cover to go on it. We haven't sanded down the edges, I didn't get around to doing that. Obviously that's something we need to do, and then we'll do the outside of the box in cloth, and then the inside of the front will be something a bit more special, just to highlight the details kind of thing. But that's it for today. We are done for a Monday. I'm going to get my Segway on, get home on this. Going to wrap up warm because it's just got really chilly. So I'll get my coat and hat on. We'll be trundling on the Segway. And that's pretty much it. Ready for a Snap on Tuesday that's coming tomorrow. Dead excited for that. Haven't looked at the subscriber count in a few days, to be fair, so I don't know where we are. We were at 2000 and I think 2001 or 2002 the last time I saw, but you never know. So I'll see you all in the morning. Have a good evening, everyone. take care. Like, comment, subscribe. The more people comment and stuff on the channel, the better it is for me, because it means that YouTube shares the channel amongst new members. So the more interaction you guys have, the more chat, the more talk, the more comments, the more liking, subscribing, whatever, it pushes me up the list of recommending me to people that might not know anything about me currently. So get on in there, share me about like a used, you know what I mean? I don't mind. I'll see you all in the morning. Take care, everyone. Bye.